Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday the 5th of February. So looking at these markets this morning, and actually before I do that, of course it's non-farm payrolls today. So the risk events today, non-farm payrolls, it's the usual 1:30. Before then, we got the Bank of England Governor Bailey speaking at 12:15. Now, I think he's probably the reaction to what he said yesterday, or what was said yesterday in the statements, etc., has been seen by the market there. But hey, we don't know. You never get any more fluff around things. I don't know what's going to come out of that, but we may get a bit more volatility around 12:15. But 1:30 certainly we get some volatility. Probably not a great deal because there's no expectations for major changes, but at this stage, unless employment really was to be starting to ramp up again, unemployment rate in the US still sits at just 6.7% according to their numbers. Is all I can say on that one. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Anyway. Right, let's get on and look at these markets, and we'll start off looking at euro dollar in timely fashion. Now, euro dollar has got back to its daily 100 here. It's sitting around that at the moment. What's it going to do next? Well, it's amazing how the equity markets went up and made new highs. The currencies didn't follow with it. Normally we see the dollar selling off. We didn't really see that, did we? And it's just holding there at this stage. If the equity markets come down, maybe euro will come down with it, but it does seem a bit of a mishap there. Anyway, as we're sitting here looking at this euro, so we identified the daily 100 sitting there. That's key at the moment. A break of that, well, if it breaks through, where next? Well, each time we look down here, we got the monthly S2 sitting nicely with those prior highs over here, so maybe that would be, and the 119 area, of course, so would all be significant. So we'll see how we do, and if it gets that way. Looking down the time frames here, well, it's not doing too much at the moment. It as I say, it may just come up and bounce a little bit more. Daily pivot is above there at 1988, so good year that was. But either way, it's above us, so we may, as I say, that bounce may just take us up to that daily pivot, if nothing else. Sell points, we've tested all the key moving averages now, the 21, the 34, and the 50. Maybe if it pushes up there, we'll see a bit more movement for Friday, and it's particularly if the equity markets are continuing to push up. But I'm not holding my breath on that one. The pound. Well, the pound came down nicely into its, as I said yesterday, regression trend line that has no real significance in terms of giving support yet. It did find support, but I think it was just timely in terms of the Bank of England coming out there. It was just on its way further south at the stage. This taking a negative interest rates away a little bit more has seen the pound boosted there. And well, it's just hanging around these highs here. Maybe the consolidation around a high. We'll see a continuation. We'll see how that shapes up. It really, I think they'll either all go or no go today, but we'll see. But it is looking the way it's shaping up at the moment that maybe see a continuation to that upside. Dollar yen. Oh, the dollar yen. Again, look, we got another sort of major currency into a major moving average, and there seems to be a bit of a correlation through some of these markets. Solid over day up yesterday for the yen. Not seeing it move quite so well for a few days at least. Actually, Monday was all right. Oh, sorry, was that Monday? It's last Friday, wasn't it? It was all right. Today it's looking like it too could, well, it's running into some resistance. Is it going to be pulling back a little bit more? Let's have a look at daily pivot. Daily pivot is still below. May just roll back towards that daily pivot. Again, we've previously hit all the moving averages. Maybe we'll find a support off at least one of them. But it does, as I say, if it breaks, particularly if it breaks this recent low to put a lower high in, may see a bigger correction there. Aussie dollar. Let's see what's going on there. Not particularly full of joys of spring, is it? It's still yesterday shooting stars, another gain, another down day there. The overall track has been to the downside here. A bit more of a boost this morning at the moment, but it's very small bars. Daily pivot just smidgen above. Again, most likely to get hit. The whole test of this morning for me is if it gets back to some of these moving averages, what does it do next? If it starts reacting and starts, if this one starts rolling off of here, to me it becomes a short opportunity. Canadian dollar. The Canadian dollar, well, the Canadian dollar, it's doing what it does normally. It's consolidated, it's doing it well. Yesterday saw it put in a little bullish set there, but this morning it's still in this weekly chop. That's enough said on that. Okay, New Zealand dollar, just for completeness here, I'm just looking at it from a 4-hour perspective. Weekly chop. Enough said about that. It's just been all over the shop. It really has. And no significant bounces here. Well, maybe off the daily 50, but as I said, it really is funny old one that. Looking at a couple of the usual suspects as well, then Aussie, New Zealand dollar, it is getting the bid again here. If we're going to see, I don't know, I think we might see a bit more of a bounce. So that weekly pivot monthly pivot may come into play. Yeah, it's quite a way away. The weekly pivot already has been done, but that it may just get a bit more bounce. I am just watching it. At some point, if it does start curling over again, it'll be on my short list. Right, S&Ps. So the S&Ps pushed up, broke into new high, yet again new high territories. As I keep on saying, you do not really want to be standing aside of these, in front of the bus at the moment, because you're just going to get run over. People just keep on talking to me everywhere I go, it seems, and I get emails here. When's it? Is it now? Is it going to roll over? And do not try it. It's just daft. It's daft. Wait until it gives a decent signal. At the moment, all it's doing is shoving upwards, and every time frame. Yes, it might come back to its daily pivot today, but look for the good opportunities to buy as opposed to sell at the moment. Is my humble words of wisdom. Don't know about humble. Anyway, gold. Gold yesterday took yet another dip down there, really solid sell point down there. I was asked the other day whether silver leads gold or gold leads silver. To me, gold seems to often set the tone for the majority of the time for everything I've seen, and it's what I've been sort of led to believe. But it really is just looking bare flaggy sort of territory. Again, this may just run up to its daily pivot. Maybe a break of those trend line along the bottom there could do something. We'll see. That's gold. Silver I'll look at just for completeness here, but it did have quite a sell-off over the last couple of days there, and for all those that thought it was going to the sky and back, there are signs of weakness flowing through there, and it's, well, holding on okay from daily point of view. I've got a bit of data missing by the looks of things there. Got like yesterday's data, but either way, sitting there at the moment into its daily 21. I mean, where it's sitting at the moment is not too dissimilar to where it had been, and maybe it will just sort of bottom out here and give a better chance to the upside. Just going to look at Bitcoin futures here because I'm being lazy. Just see where we are, and well, pretty much you can see yesterday just another push towards the upside there, and well, bit of a doji bar, but I can't get held onto one bar on a thing like this. If you're holding it for a long time, it really doesn't matter, but it is following through on the bigger trend. So that's that. Anything else I should be looking at? Oil's just continuing to push up here, and this is one I wanted to short, but only if it sets up a signal. And it's from this point here, it looked like it might be turning around, but it's never gave me a signal, and it's just going higher. And it looks like perhaps the markets are changing their whole philosophy, and I'll be wrong, and they won't become a short time, and I might have missed out on a long, but whatever. I'm just watching it. There we go. Okay. As for me, I wish you a great day, great weekend, and I'll be back on Monday. Bye for now.